All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Follow through on your probation. If you don't follow through on your probation, you're looking at potentially 10 years in the prison. Do you understand?
This started as a suspected DWI stop. It escalated into 3 assault charges on police officers. No prior record, just one night that spiraled fast. Now the court has to decide, bad judgment or public safety risk.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 006868, State versus Gage Guerra. Could I have parties announced for the record?
And Johnny Cisneros for Mr. Guerra, and I have an intern, Your Honor, Ms. Irma Porras. She's a UTSA senior. She wants to go to law school, and she came to me, well, she was referred to me to mentor her, and this is her first time with me today. So
Awesome. You have a good mentor.
thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so on this case, Mr. Cisneros had withdrawn and Attorney Robert Maurer was appointed. And so, counsel, are you asking to be placed back as the attorney of record on this case?
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
All right, and Mr. Guerra, could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
A. Justin Guru.
All right, Mr. Guerra, you previously had a court-appointed attorney, and that attorney was appointed after Mr. Cisneros' motion to withdraw was granted. Are you asking that Mr. Cisneros, or I should say, do you have any objections to Mr. Cisneros representing you for this hearing? All right. Then the next thing, you entered a plea on December 5th, and according to your plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 5 years in the prison. The state is opposed to your application. There's a $1,200 fine. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 006870 and 2025 CR 006869. And there's to be restitution to the complainants in those 2 cause numbers and restitution to the complainant in this cause number. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI and the TAP evaluation? Okay.
I have reviewed.
All right, any objections, defense?
No, ma'am.
State, do you have any objections? All right, state, you're opposed. Do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any witnesses?
No, ma'am, this argument.
All right, state you're opposed. The court will hear your argument.
Yes, Judge, state is opposed simply based on the order of events that occurred that night. While Mr. Guerra has no prior criminal history, as a series of actions that went from bad to worse. He was suspected of DWI and it escalated from there, resulting in physical altercation between him and assaulting 3 different officers. So because of the events, and although the injuries were relatively minor, it was still unnecessary. Because of that, I do believe that he's
All right, defense.
Judge, they arrested someone for being intoxicated. I'm okay with that. What I'm not okay with is that they're saying that he hit 3 officers, okay? 2 of them are which are taken into consideration now, and of course, we're not objecting to that. But the fact that they're objecting to community supervision, when you look at the police report, Your Honor, it says that when they stopped him, he was not complying with their orders, and they had to tell him that if you don't get out, we're going to drag you out. We're going to take you out, to paraphrase, okay? But in the report, it also states that his legs were already out of the car when they started taking him out of the car, or dragging him out of the car. And we all know that the policemen are not going to grab someone and take them out of the car by their legs, because they want to make sure they know where their arms are, because they don't want to have access. The officers want to make sure that the person that's being arrested does not have access to a weapon where he can hurt or kill them. So for them to say that he was fighting them to get out of the car and not complying, and they're saying in the same statement that his legs were already out of the car, that means he's complying. And my client says he was complying. It just got out of hand. And the fact that he was intoxicated and the fact that they were mistreating him led to him being charged with assault. And I don't know that that's fair, but here we are. And all we're asking for, I mean, as the DA told you, Your Honor, he doesn't have a criminal history. He's a good young man. He drinks 2 beers a week or a day or something like that. That's not an alcoholic or anything like that. He doesn't take drugs or anything like that. He's never been in trouble. I got to know him. There were a few issues. I withdrew. I felt guilty for withdrawing, and I'm here to represent him because I'd like to represent good people, and he's a good person. And you know, we made up, and I'm here, and this is a pro bono case because I believe in him. He's a good person. He does not deserve to go to the penitentiary on something that he was complying with.
All right, any further response? How old are you?
25.
Why are you doing silly things? Because this is silly.
It was a mistake.
No, not a mistake. We make choices in our lives. So this doesn't qualify as a mistake. This qualifies as a choice. So how much had you drank that night?
Like 2 beers, 3 beers.
Okay, this is what I've discovered in my career, and I think the state will tell you and your attorney will tell you. Whenever someone is charged with DWI or they get pulled over for suspected DWI, when the officer asks them how much they had to drink, you know what their answer always is? 2 beers. But what I can tell you, and if I'm wrong, let me know that I'm wrong. I will take no offense. 2 beers doesn't result in this all happening. So how much had you been drinking that night? Okay, and why don't you know?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Almost.
All right. Who's your support system?
My sister, my mother, and my father.
All right.
And he has a place to go when he gets out. I believe he's gonna live with his grandmother, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And this is the only offense he has?
Other than
All right. Probation. I'm going to give you a choice. Some people say probation in this court is very difficult, but I set conditions so that people can hopefully be successful. And I don't see them again, and the legal system doesn't see them again. Number one, we're going to find out if there's any restitution owed. So this is going to be recalled for a restitution hearing. And I'm going to give the state 30 days. Ms. Ferguson, what's a 30-day reset for a restitution hearing? All right. So your restitution hearing is going to be on March 5th, but I'm going to give you a choice. There are no other choices. And either choice you decide to go with, you're going to be in custody for a little bit. First, I can deny your motion and I'll sentence you to 2 years in the prison. Or I'll grant your application for deferred adjudication. You're going to remain in custody until there's an evaluation for felony drug court. If felony drug court doesn't accept you, you're going to do some inpatient treatment, and I'm thinking inpatient treatment at SADC. Those are your only 2 choices.
May I speak to him for a second? Thank you.
Yes.
Right now, yes, ma'am.
Because we're going to start a jury trial, so. All right, we're back on the record, and 2025 CR 006868. State versus Gage Guerra. All right, Mr. Guerra, I gave you 2 choices. Which do you prefer?
I'm gonna take the program.
All right. So this is what the court will do. The court will sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. regular random UAs, proof of employment within 45 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. In custody, the following will occur. There's to be a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then you will remain in custody till transferred to SATF. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. How far did you go in school?
11th grade.
All right. Is there a reason why you didn't graduate? Do you have your GED? All right, why not?
Started stacking off.
All right. The court is going to request that you obtain your GED. And once that's obtained, there will be 50 hours of community service restitution that will be deemed satisfied. The remaining 150 hours of community service restitution will be deemed satisfied if you obtain some sort of trade school certification or if you are enrolled in some sort of higher learning. Now, here's the thing about that. I'm not going to order you to obtain your trade school certification or anything else. But if you do, 150 hours of community service restitution will be deemed satisfied. If you don't, you're going to end up probably picking up trash off the freeway in the heat of San Antonio. And regardless of how the weather is now, you know it gets at least to 150 degrees. There's to be a $1,200 fine. That will be probated. Take in consideration 2025 CR 006870 and 2025 CR 006869. We're going to have a restitution hearing on March 5th, 2026. And there's to be restitution, if any, to the complainant in this case and to the complainants in the cases that were taken in consideration. Do you have any children? That's a good thing. Don't have any children until you have your life together. You understand? Probation, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
State anything else?
Yes, Judge. During the brief intermission, I did look at our notes and we have made attempts to contact the victims regarding restitution and they have not got back to us. But this time we would ask.
Norma, remove the date for the restitution hearing. The state is waiving restitution.
Thank you.
So probation, restitution is waived. And I'll let the record reflect that the state has made several attempts to obtain any restitution amount. All right, is there anything else that you need from the court to be successful? Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
I haven't signed it.
Yes.
I believe that was it said 5 years instead of 6.
No. This is a trial court certification. This lets you know whether or not you can appeal or complain about things that have happened with regards to your case. Do you remember signing that?
Yes.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is it's not a felony conviction, so you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Follow through on your probation. If you don't follow through on your probation, you're looking at potentially 10 years in the prison. Do you understand? All right. Make sure you stay in contact with probation. If you have an issue, you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court and address it with me, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. You
right,
won't-
thank
You won't
you.
see me here again, promise.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Porter,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you're on this case as well, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right. and you're-
Objection, Your Honor.
Let me
He-
finish. Here's the thing. Let me finish. All right, and also, Mr. Porter, you're second chair?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Ross, it's the court's understanding that you wish to proceed pro se, is that correct?
It is correct.
All right, you're gonna raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Do.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
James Ross,
All right, how old are you?
43,
And what is your highest level of education that you've completed?
second year in college.
All right, are you able to read, write, and understand English?
Yes,
Are you under the influence of any type of alcohol, drugs, or medication?
No.
Have you ever been treated for mental illness or any type of cognitive impairment?
no,
Do you understand why you're here today?
do.
And why are you here today?
Being accused of aggravated robbery and intend to defend myself against these charges.
All right, do you understand that in felony cases, you have an absolute right to have an attorney?
I do.
And do you understand if you cannot afford an attorney will be appointed to you?
Understand that?
And you understand the attorneys that have been appointed to you are Leland McCray and Robert Porter as second chair. Do you understand?
I do understand that.
And do you understand that the appointed counsels are trained in the practice of felony criminal law and trial practice?
Hard for me to tell.
Now, here's the thing. I'm asking you questions, and your answers to my questions are going to be appropriate. We're not going to do this thing where we're saying disparaging things against each other. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you understand that your attorneys are trained in felony criminal law,
Do.
and you understand that they're trained in trial practice.
Yeah.
And do you understand in order to be appointed to represent you, they have to have been approved for appointment levels at the level of first-degree felonies?
I do understand.
And have you discussed with your attorneys your request to represent yourself? Have you discussed with both attorneys that you wish to represent yourself?
I have, but before we get to that point, I gave him ample opportunity for, produce any type of defense for these charges, and he's done nothing. He's not.
All right, just a moment. So I'm going to continue asking my questions and just, give me an answer. So it's my understanding, and we're back on the record, it's my understanding that you are asking to represent yourself. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Did you inform your attorneys that you wish to represent yourself? Okay. Now, do you understand that if you wish to represent yourself, there has to be a written voluntary waiver of the right to counsel? Did you understand?
I do.
All right. And that must be in writing and on the record. Do you understand?
I do.
Has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or promised you anything that would cause you to waive your right to have counsel?
No, but I have a question.
Yes.
So would Mr. Porter be still sitting in my second chair with Mr. McCray being relieved?
Mr. McCray is not being relieved. Mr. McCray and Mr. Porter are co-counsels on this case.
I don't want him on my case, Your Honor. He's moved arbitrarily to my best interest.
Mhm.
He's not filed a single pretrial motion,
Mhm.
which relieves me of any type of pretrial maneuvering ability.
Mhm.
I can't get a fair trial with anything he's done. He's refused to show me my discovery.
Mhm.
He's secreting evidence from me. I don't even know the case,
Mhm.
the state's case in chief about any of it at all, and
Mhm.
it's been filed. And he's refusing to cooperate with me on these terms.
Mhm.
Continues to embellish these stories as if I'm being aggressive to him in some way, but not producing anything in lines of the things that I've asked for.
So are you saying you haven't seen a police report?
I have not.
All right. I'm going to continue to go over this. And then if you're saying you haven't seen a police report, I'm sure they'll show you that police report right now.
Police report.
No.
It's-
Here's what we're going to do. we're going to answer the questions that I'm asking of you. Do you understand? All right. So back to my question. You've informed the council that you wish to represent yourself. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, do you understand that per the indictment, these are, of course, felony charges? Do you understand?
I do.
Do you understand if the state is able to prove up their enhancements? Well, I'm sorry, let me rephrase. For each one of these cases that are in the indictment, the state has to prove each one of those counts beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand?
I do.
If the state is able to prove those counts beyond a reasonable doubt, and if they are able to approve the habitual offender enhancement paragraphs, your range of punishments for counts 1, counts 2, counts 3, counts 4 are 25 years to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Do you understand?
I understand.
And do you understand that if they are able to prove the enhancements, there is no eligibility for probation from a jury? Do you understand?
I do.
Have you received and reviewed a copy of the indictment?
No, I have not.
All right. Mr. Ross, I'm going to give you a copy of your indictment.
And it says, according to Article 25.01, that the district clerk is supposed to.
Well, hand that back to me.
Thank you.
Yaya, if you will please give him a copy of his indictment.
Certified
And
copy
let
of the
me-
original.
And excuse me, and let me explain something to you. When you have attorney that is representing you,
He's not.
the attorney will receive that, and the attorney will hand it to you, and that is through the district clerk. But we'll make sure you have that today. All right, do you understand what you're being charged with in the indictment?
Do understand it,
All right,
but
do you understand the
yeah.
elements the state must prove?
I do, and I object to the indictment.
All right, I'm sorry?
I object to the indictment.
All right. But do you understand do you understand all of the elements that the state has to prove?
I do.
Do you understand the full range of punishment with regards to each charge?
It's what you just explained to me.
My question to you is, do you understand the full range of punishment?
25 months.
So for the record, I'm taking that to mean that the defendant does understand. And do you understand you have a right to a jury trial? And if you choose not to have a jury trial, the state will have to agree to a waiver of a jury trial. Do you understand?
I do.
Do you understand that there will be 12 jurors that will be sitting to hear the evidence in this case? And those 12 jurors must come to a unanimous decision if they're able to. Did you understand?
Do.
Do you understand that during jury selection, there are available to you strikes and peremptory challenges?
Do. Or die.
All right, yes. Do you understand if you're not a US citizen, that you will be deported, denied naturalization and reentry? Do you understand?
I do.
All right, then the court will allow the defendant to represent himself. And I'm sorry, after hearing all of the court's questions and answering them, do you still wish to waive your right to counsel?
As in, do I?
Do you still wish to proceed do you still wish to proceed in representing yourself?
I do.
All right, then the court will allow you to proceed to represent yourself. There will be standby counsel. You'll need to sign the waiver. And once you sign the waiver, we will bring the jury in. We'll start with jury selection.
He needs to sign.
Oh, you're gonna send?
I'll sign it. Finish reading it. All right, take this off.
And just like that, he waives counsel. The judge made the risks crystal clear: life-range punishment, complex jury rules, habitual enhancements. Still, he's betting on himself. Representing yourself in a felony trial is rarely recommended, but it's a constitutional right.
Court is calling 2025 CR 009869 State versus Fidencio Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced?
State
Okay, there's not as much definition. Did we have one witness?
And are you Mr. Gonzalez? You entered a plea to count 2. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is be assessed at a cap of 10 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. The state is opposed to your application, and they're taking in consideration 2025 CR 012507. Let me see. Was the PSI waived in this case?
No, you're okay.
All right. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI report? Any objections, defense?
No, yeah.
All right, state, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have witnesses?
We have one.
All right, call your witness.
Hello, here.
Can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Make sure you keep your voice up so everyone can hear your testimony. If you'll state your name for the record. All right, you may proceed.
Ms. Gonzalez, you are married to the Intern, is that correct? And you understand that the day of the judge's decision on this application for probation, that's all. I understand that you want to address the court at 5 different. Is that correct? Yeah, but what is it that you want to do before?
It has been kind of hard, but I still hope, you know, I'm in the community. It's a good office.
The pre-sentence investigation report indicates that you have certain forms of condition. What is your? And how does that affect you? And you. How often do you have these installed? It's a regular weekly occurrence, right? So when you're unable to get out of things, who is it that assists you around the house with your son? What kind of things does he do? Is that important to maintain the household? Do you have anybody else that step in and take that role? You understand that this has some problems with. You think if you offered it. Assistant in way you could. Good means driving into it. Yeah. And you think that he's in a position to be successful? You and he have had opportunity to discuss this case over for last week. Has he indicated what's going about what happened? You could go back and change. You were present this once Kurt was out. It was just a whole lot of decisions. Pretty much set up.
It's a bad bad.
The week that.
All right, before you cross off the record for a moment, Okay. Okay, now I remember. All right, you may proceed.
Well, you would have static. The first thing you gotta get on is
We're married on the one conference. You say you found something. Is your son playing around with you? Yes. Yes. Would it surprise you to learn he told the PSI officer that you're signing this? Everybody will be losing. So what Mr. Gonzalez told the PSI officer. Sure. Does Mr. Gonzalez have any dependents? What do you think that someone can do on residence or their asset?
All right, any other questions? All right, thank you for coming in. Any other witnesses?
Yeah, understood.
All right, you can come forward. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. All right, you may proceed.
And it's a unison.
I don't think remorse is another right word is they go I'll be understand what for the lyrics said about the jump. Still be I don't see I don't know the words I put my Bible
You got the tape? Oh.
I
Do
really
you?
wish I
Did she do it? She did.
But I remember texting back and forth with her once in times because her phone was actually one of the they have to exist. All I do is
I need to see the
Okay, so here's the thing. This is what I don't understand, and I want to get to the crux of the issues. I don't understand how you say you've been to prison, you learned from that, and now we're here with somebody being hit over their head with a bottle, and it's an elderly person.
Right.
So explain.
You just think about a couple of things.
I was just,
It's really
honestly, I was just trying to get communication is key.
But you're not fighting.
But it wasn't blind. I know it's been 10 years. I mean, I'm not trying to use it, but I haven't tried it.
No,
Next to I know that if that but I know that
But in the police report, you know what it says? In the police report, it says that this person was trying to stop a fight and he ends up getting hit in the head with a glass bottle. No, I mean, I'm reading, this is what it says.
Send it up. And I don't know if the court recalled or she viewed the video.
Yes, I did.
In
They
that
don't
video,
like it, they're gonna get a check.
what you'll see is the complaining witness goes outside a door to where the NCO and his family are. He then comes inside and he's just standing at a table, and then there's a rush to go one over there. He's not involved in separating it from something. So I think there was a whole lot of stuff going on that day, and There was a separate incident going on.
Oh, now I know there's a separate incident. I
Yes.
remember this. There's a separate incident. There's a shooting involved and there's all of this other thing that's going on. I understand.
When
Okay. Then she'd say, bring it up to me.
Fidencio wants,
Right?
for the police,
Not with table.
he's not still crucified, separating or stopping, that the video shows of pulling the voters back into what he's initially trying to go out.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Della Serta. Yes. Okay. You may continue if you have something else you want me to know.
Subside of what might apologize. They never paid you the 3 times.
Does that help you?
I was really good.
Actually, good.
I mean, that's enough. Do what I've been trying to do. My family.
Well, see, here's the thing. People always say their family needs them, but they don't think about that beforehand.
That kind of, I'm not trying to go into everything. Was about that documentary should have do everything that should have anything that ever happened like off camera where nobody has seen. I'm the one always trying to know why we want to walking away from that very unfortunate and different. That's never happened.
Right.
State, any questions?
Mr. Gonzalez, you would agree that you've been on probation. Well, in 2007, you were on probation for a theft, is that correct?
Part of it is. It's a question.
You can't recall. Okay, would it surprise you to learn that you were put on deferred adjudication and that probation was later revoked? You can't remember?
I'll get up and say-
Was that juvenile? I've grown up a lot. I've grown up a lot. I was 16, 17, I was just one.
And then in 2009, how was it open? Okay, and you recall the conviction in DWI?
I was there, but I was in prison already.
Okay, and then again in 2007, you were sentenced, is that correct?
That was for all the same thing, at the same
This-
time.
Do you recall what offense it was though on 12/3/2007? The aggravated robbery, yes. And you were sentenced, correct?
That's one.
So how can you reconcile to this court that you were changed if it was only 4 years between that parole discharge and then your?
Or discharge?
Mhm.
Well, from the moment that it happened, yeah. And I know that from the time that it discharged, there's some things. I went into prison, I was 19, and I was a kid still. And whatever that I went through, I grew up and I'm not that same person anymore. I'm a adult. And I understand everything that's going on, and that's why I try to stay away from the problems. I'm just trying to just build my life and build a family, and that's it. I would never want to be in this courtroom. I never imagined myself being here again ever in my life. It makes me sick.
If you are here again, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions, right?
All right, any other witnesses? All right, the court will hear argument. State.
Your Honor, we'd be asking for you to sentence for 10 years, and deny the defendant's application. He's already taken a trip to TDC for a violent offense. It was paroled 4 years prior to the same offense, so because of his history, and then he chose the underlying offense.
Defense.
Your Honor, the aggravated offense that he had occurred in 2007. He was 19 years old. He spent a large amount of time locked up and on parole. He successfully charged parole. He was revoked. So he did well on parole and did well for the 4 years in parole this case happened. As the court knows, it was a lot of things going on at that bar. It was tragic. It affected Mr. McFarland and his wife. Honestly, those he's changed from the 9-year-old kid that he was I understand that the court's in a difficult position, and making the decision that they might feel comfortable that you're letting the court know that he's been reliable, he's been trustworthy, he's done what he said he's supposed to do while he's been on this monitor lately. We would ask the court to take a chance on him and give him an opportunity to show the court that he can in fact succeed. If he screws up, then but I don't believe that's going to happen. He and his family will position successful.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna have you come back here tomorrow at 9. Attorney, you need to be here exactly at 9. And at that time, I'll give you my decision. All right. Thank you. Ms. Ferguson, if you can give them a reset form for 9. Thank you.
The state wants the full 10 years. The defense asks for another chance. His record includes prior prison time and a revoked probation. Instead of ruling immediately, the judge pauses overnight. That usually means one thing. She's weighing whether this is a man who slipped or a pattern that never stopped. What do you think happens tomorrow?